Hey everybody, welcome to JLB Sports TV. I'm Justin Block and I am back home from college, so I will be making tons of videos this summer. I know I haven't made a video in just about over a month, but I am back, so expect lots of videos in the future, starting with this one. Now, as we all know, today Kenny Dalglish, Liverpool manager, has been sacked by the club after he held talks with the owner John Henry and FSG in Boston over the past couple days. Now, this should come of little shock to some of us and a great shock to all of us. On one hand, Liverpool spent over £100 million this past summer. You expected a Champions League finish from them, and they managed to only get 52 points and I believe 47 goals. Only, I think, 19 points in the last 18 league competitions. Just horrible at home. And just simply form that was not good enough for Liverpool Football Club. And especially form that wasn't good enough for Liverpool Football Club on black and white terms when you consider all of the money that they spent over the past year. On another hand, he did lead Liverpool to a Carling Cup victory. Liverpool came so close in the FA Cup, and if you just look at the club aesthetically, the way that they play, it's more flowing, it's a more positive brand of football, and energies at the club, the better spirits have been lifted, and it's safe to say that he united Liverpool Football Club after the disaster of Hicks and Gillette. But like I said, 52 points in the league is just simply not good enough at all. John Henry and FSG, along with everybody, we were just simply disappointed by what came of the past year, especially all the excitement that came from the summer, all the new signings that came in, all the money we spent. I just want to talk about that money for a little bit. Just, those fees were inflated. £100 million, it doesn't exactly buy what it used to, especially when you're Liverpool and you're in the position where you have to buy British because you cannot not attract foreign players because you do not have Champions League. I've said this so many times before. Liverpool were not forced into making those moves per se, but they had to make those moves. They were given all this money to blow. Why not spend it? Buying British isn't a terrible thing, especially when UEFA's homegrown rules are coming into effect, and when especially British talent is all that you can really attract. But frankly, this move is one that FSG could have made last year if they wanted to, but they give Kenny Dalglish a chance to move forward with the club and lay a foundation. With new owners, you expect them to, clear house, get the guys that they want in, but they didn't exactly do that. It's not that they inherited Kenny Dalglish because they were owners when they hired him, but he was no more than a caretaker at that. He is not Liverpool's guy for the next 5 years, and when new owners come in, they want to lay the groundwork for the next 5 years and start from scratch. Simply put, Kenny Dalglish is the future of the past, and Liverpool and the new owners want to drag them into the modern era. But we cannot thank Kenny Dalglish for his work in the 1.5 years as caretaker manager. He has laid an excellent foundation for the club to go on. The players he brought in, that's a good core for Liverpool to work with in the future. And just the way that they play now is more positive. It has players, the coaching staff, the fans, everybody thinking in a better direction about the club. So we cannot salute Kenny Dalglish enough. He'll never walk alone in our hearts. He will be greatly missed. Although I personally think I wished he had stayed another year. I think he deserved another year to work with the club. Those 33 balls off the woodwork, you have to think if half of those go in, maybe he's still manager today. But you also have to think, hey, maybe Fenway Sports Group and the ownership was thinking about getting rid of him anyway, no matter what happened at the end of the season, just because they want to move forward. As far as replacements now, you're hearing a lot of names like Roberto Martinez and Boas coming in. Apparently, and I just read this on Twitter a couple of minutes ago, Roberto Martinez has not been approached, even though his name has been hot in the media thus far. And apparently, Boas is going to be coming into the club imminently. Just my thoughts on those two managers. I don't really know much about Roberto Martinez, but I know that he did a great job at Swansea. And people have been ragging on him about at Wigan. They say he didn't do a great job there. But from what I've heard from Wigan fans, from other people on Twitter, is that he did pretty well considering it's a small club with no budget at all, and simply avoiding relegation is a battle and a victory for Wigan every single year. So credit to him. Apparently he has a very he's good tactical mind, and he approaches every match in a positive way. Again, we don't want the boring, Hodgson ball of a small mind tactics and think about a draw every single time. No, apparently his ways will transfer well to a big club. And then there's the case of Boas, who I think we all can say he has the tactical mind for it. I think he's a brilliant manager, but the way that he crumbled at Chelsea, it was just something epic. I'm not sure if he has the mental mettle for the position of a manager at a big club yet. We all know playing mind games and having a strong mental mind is really half the battle as a manager. Those mind games are what really drove Rafa insane and ultimately led from his departure. He felt like he was literally being killed at the club, and those mental mind games that the stress that being a manager puts on you is something that caused Pep Guardiola to ultimately leave Barcelona. So having a strong mental mindset and being able to play those mind games is something that's important, as Alex Ferguson can certainly attest to, and I guess Rafa can as well. So I'm not sure if Andres Villas-Boas is strong of mind of yet, just because he's such a young guy, but I think tactically he's definitely there, and maybe with ownership backing, he can, succeed. With Chelsea, it never seemed as if he had Roman Abramovich's full backing, which ultimately led to his demise. But with FSG, whatever guy that they put in, he will have their full support, 110%. Not only, and the mind, but with the money too. Another name that's also, out in the rumor mill is Rafa Benitez. Although I think this is just speculation because Liverpool fans honestly miss him so much. And in a perfect world, he would still be our manager and Hicks and Gillette would never existed. But the fact that he's even being mentioned by Liverpool fans right now, 3 years after his sacking, speaks to how much fans really miss him and how much he did for Liverpool. Personally, I don't think he should come back. I think he is something of the past. And don't forget, I think he's a manager that's trending downwards. We can't forget his debacle at Inter after he left Liverpool. Although I do think he's a brilliant manager and the things he did for Liverpool are great, and he proved that he could handle this job, I don't think he's what Liverpool needs right now. I think they need a fresh face. It seems like FSG is just cleaning house right now. Liverpool have no director of football, managing director, CEO or manager right now, so it seems like this Boston sports group is really wanting to cement their stamp on Liverpool right now and drag them into the modern age. As fans and as an American who has seen their work with the Boston Red Sox and Major League Baseball firsthand, you should have full trust in them. If there's any ownership group that knows how to build an organization and take them into the modern era and really build a sound structural organization that knows how to succeed for decades, it is Fenway Sports Group. So trust in John Henry, trust in what they're doing. We're all gutted that Kenny Dalglish is left, but it's for the better. So that's all for today of JLB Sports TV. I am Justin Block, signing off for now. Expect lots more videos in the future, and Kenny, you will be missed and you will never walk alone. Remember, no one man is bigger than the club, and Kenny Dalglish said that himself.